Oh, first of all, I want to say how honored I am to be able to do this for my Grandpa Art. And we've been so somber here, so in his spirit, it's time to lighten it up a little bit. This is titled Good Game Coach. Art Ciccati had many titles over the years. Devoted husband, dedicated father, inspiring teacher and mentor, Hall of Fame coach, but to me, he's Grandpa. In his role of Grandpa, I was able to observe these many positions he played in his game of life. Originally, I was just going to read an essay titled My Hero, which I wrote for my Cornell University application 17 years ago. Reading it back, I realized it needed a little bit more. So let's start first by celebrating his life and character with a little trip down memory lane. Art Ciccati, to many, was the funniest man they've ever met. The king of one-liners would come out of nowhere. For example, when you stumbled or fell embarrassingly, he would add to it by saying, "Have a nice trip." Or when he'd gotten a haircut, and I'd say, "Hey, you got a haircut today." "Yep, got them all cut." Or when he was driving and someone was in front of him slow to turn, "Why don't you make a career out of that turn?" He'd say, he was frequently called Mario Andretti, and I have no idea where I got mine from. The ever-famous, "I can't wait for tomorrow." And of course, he'd suck you into the, "Why?" "'Cause I get better looking every day." There was also the quick ones. Perfect drive on the golf course, perfect nail in that board, 1 or 2 swings, "Yeah, baby." Or playing with the kids at school or with us, and we'd say, Art, watch this. And he'd get it done just perfect, and he'd go, "Yo mama." And there were hundreds more jokes and one-liners, but most of them aren't suitable for this location. So we'll move on to the baseball field. The players would be out getting ready to field the perfect ball, stumble for it, fumble for it, and they'd hear, "Stick a fork in it." Then there was the serious art. Coaching, you hear him say, "If you're gonna do it. And of course, never give up." Many of you will also remember his whistle, which I cannot for the life of me recreate. It could mean change plays, change line to get your attention, just to find you in a crowd, or you were about to be in serious trouble. One major event sticks out to me that really revealed the amazing man that he was, if you can travel back to 1994 with me. It is the New York State High School Hockey Championship game. The score is 3-2 in favor of Ithaca's Little Red, and there are 30 seconds left on the clock. The tension in the room is abounding, and I am clutching my grandmother's hand so tightly that the blood is no longer circulating in her hand. My stomach is in knots as I watch the clock count the time down. Despite the tension in the crowd and in the team, my grandfather is radiating calm and quiet. Internally, no one knows. He intently watches his players, giving quiet signals, never yelling. The crowd begins to count. 10, 9, 8, 7. I can hear my voice filling with excitement. After what seems an eternity, the buzzer, usually a harsh noise to the sensitive ear, rings sweetly in mine, signifying the end of the game. The Little Red are state champs. My grandmother and I jump up and down with uncontrollable excitement and tears of joy streaming down our cold cheeks. The team rushes onto the ice, helmets sticks flying everywhere, jumping onto one another. Some players are crying as this is their last hockey game. Some players are in shock at what they just accomplished. They didn't realize this feat could really happen. I stopped for a moment and stared down at my grandfather with great love and pride. He is humbly smiling and celebrating. I look at my grandmother, and she too is lovingly looking at him, proud tears flowing down her face. He looks up at her and smiles, telling her in his way that only she understands that he loves her. Art persevered and never gave up to accomplish this goal many said he couldn't do. He never responded to the critics, and he refused to let them influence him or his decisions. He respected and believed in his team no matter what. When success was reached, he gave credit to his players, never to himself. This is one way he changed lives and gave courage to those who needed it, bringing the best out of the team despite all odds. All of these qualities I greatly admired, but there was more. As a physical education teacher, all the kids loved him, admired him, and looked at him as their greatest role model. He was able to give hope to those who needed it and encourage a burning desire to succeed. He also made them laugh until they couldn't anymore. When he retired, he brought home a plethora of cards, letters, and drawings from the kids. The one that stood out the most to me said, "We want to be like Art." At a surprise retirement dinner, one of the faculty had prepared a marvelous speech about his roles and impact over the years. As I listened, I realized fully how important he was to the community. He has touched the lives of so many children and adults and has given so many people the strength they needed to keep on living and the smile to go with it. There are too many qualities to list that I admire about Grandpa, but I believe these were the important ones that changed people's lives. An abundance of compassion for all things great and small. If you've seen him with his small little dogs over the years, you would realize that. Humility, passion, sound advice, selflessness, humor, determination, and above all, love. He has taught me so much, and I know he'll be over my shoulder teaching me even more. With his love, I have been able to grow towards success with him in my heart through the strikes and the home runs. Art Ciccati is a man who means the world to many people. To me, he is my hero. So in closing, we need to boil this down in Art Ciccati terms. You know, when you were a kid, you would hear the phrase, "It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game." Of course, Art loved to win, but he knew that learning to be part of a team while competing served greater purposes to the players' lives, to learn how to play the game of life. There's a classic poem by Grantland Rice that sums it up, and the third stanza goes like this. Game called. Upon the field of life, the darkness gathers far and wide. The dream is done, the score is spun, that stands forever in the guide. Nor victory, nor yet defeat is chalked against the player's name, but down the roll, The final scroll shows only how he played the game. After witnessing art's impact on hundreds of people, there's only one thing left to say. Great game, coach.